Here's some inspiring stories, and I won't talk through all of them, just because I want some time for questions and answers. But Jeff Bezos, and a lot of you probably have heard of Jeff Bezos, but he's the founder of Amazon. Amazon only started in 1994, and he set it up online. It was an online bookstore which he started in his garage. This was 1994. I think I was starting my GCSEs in 1994. And he revolutionized e-commerce, the buying and selling of products and services online. He went on to grow Amazon, and you can now buy anything on Amazon. And I remember a few days ago, my daughter was like, it's Victorian Day, I need a Victorian outfit. Okay, can we go on to Amazon? Okay, she knows Amazon, but we never had Amazon 30 years ago. We couldn't just buy things at the tip of our fingers, but technology has allowed us to. And with Amazon has lots of subsidiary businesses. So Amazon Prime, Amazon Web Services, which is their cloud computing, the Kindle, and they also own Twitch. Now, parents, you might not know what Twitch is, but I'm sure your sons and daughters do know what Twitch is. Twitch is where players watch other players playing games. Okay, and it's one of the biggest gaming platforms bought by Amazon. But one of your sons and daughters may one day be developing a Twitch-esque app or program. But there's lots of, or be an influencer on Twitch. So there's lots of opportunities. You then have Mark Zuckerberg, and his story only started in 2004. He set up the Facebook at the time in a Harvard dorm room. Okay, and it was connecting people from a social and making Facebook a global social networking huge company. And he went on, as some of you correctly said, he went on to buy Instagram and WhatsApp and then labeled himself Meta, right? And he's gone on to VR technology, Quest 3, Ray-Bans. And the point is, one day we might be having this conversation with virtual avatars and be in a room wearing VR, and you may be behind that process or that technology and come up with those solutions. And how do we connect people in a digital world? So digital is constantly changing, evolving, and there's lots of careers in social media marketing. You could be an influencer. You could be creating the paid for strategy. You could be doing the organic strategy in social media. You could be organizing social media in an actual marketing company. And then you have Elon Musk. And I know a lot of the Gen Zs love Elon Musk. And his story is about, well, he started out with PayPal. And PayPal is digital payments. And he was the first founder to set up digital payments and use digital technology for finance. Your mums, your dads, me, we used to use cash. We used to tap our credit card. Well, not even tap. We had to use our credit card and sign. Okay. So payments, digital payments has revolutionized the way in which banking has grown and evolved. Now, before we had to go into a real bank, walk in, set up our bank account, use checks. If any of you know what a check is, it's a piece of paper that you sign if you want to withdraw any money or pay for anything. Now you don't have to do any of that. You can just use your card, you can use your mobile phone, and you can pay for things using your watch, using your phone, using Apple Pay, Google Pay. And you need developers to do this. You need people who have technical skills, people who have thought about those things. And he's also, Elon Musk, a visionary in AI and open AI. And many of you, let me know if you know about ChatGPT. I hope you're not using it for your homework. Parents, ChatGPT, watch out for that one. So again, that's open AI, which means you can ask any question and it will respond to you like a human. Little secret note, use ChatGPT to help me to structure this presentation. I think it's done quite a good job. And then finally, Steve Jobs. Many of you said 2000 and Steve Jobs, the iPhone. Correct, right? He started the Apple in the 1970s, the Apple Mac, and he revolutionized the mobile phone industry. And when I started out in media and marketing, we weren't even thinking about how do we advertise to people on mobile. Your parents and we used to tap on our phone, and we sent text messages, which cost about 25 pence per message. And we talked, which cost about 10p per minute. And it was black and white, and it was very basic. And that's all we could do. And that was exciting. So just imagine suddenly Steve Jobs, 2007, launches a device where you can watch Netflix, you can text, you can communicate, you can do video calls, you can do pretty much anything, listen to Spotify. That happened in our lifetime. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 30 years. And Apple, there's jobs at Apple, right? So the development jobs, there's Apple advertising. So he revolutionized and shaped mobile technology and the digital world in which we see it today. So hopefully that gives you a flavor of key founders which have impacted digital careers and digital advertising. And the future is digital. So my recommendation is embrace the exciting world of technology and create your path to success. And many of you already are. So I remember my daughter said, I'm using Scratch. And when I went on to research Scratch, okay, well, Scratch is a visual programming language developed by MIT. There's code.org, Tinker, Khan Academy. Write in the chat if you're using any of these. Swift playgrounds organized and developed by Apple, again, introduces kids to developing apps on iOS apps. There's Code Combat, Lightbox, Blockly Games, programming language, as well as books. Hello Ruby, Girls Who Code to get girls into STEM, science, tech, and STEM Den. You know, these are events you can join and you can participate in. So some of you asked about in your previous presentation, and this is something Jennifer asked me to touch upon, and I got this from ChatGPT, right? So top 10 careers by salary. Now, ChatGPT may be wrong. It is AI, and it is valid up until Jan 22 because this is the free version. So this gives you a range of the top 10 careers out there by salary. Now, my advice to you is don't go for salary. If you go for salary and you hate your job, you're not going to be able to be in your job for 60 years, right? So imagine you have to work till, well, 65, 67 years old. So if you start your job at 21, you're going to have 30, 40, 50 years of doing that job. So I would say do something you love, right? Right. First of all, I couldn't have been a surgeon because I hate blood. And yes, you need a lot of patience. I probably couldn't have been a finance manager just because numbers are okay, but I couldn't do that day in, day out. I needed something creative. I needed something innovative, something that would be different. I thought I wanted to be a lawyer, and I did a module at university in law. And I hated it, right? So the point is, try to do as much as you can at school, get work experience, do modules, do a degree which allows you to experiment where you can. And I realized actually I loved marketing, and that was where I wanted to go and I wanted to focus. I didn't know at the time marketing was going to change so dramatically and become hugely digital, and but I had the skills. So thank you for your time. And now I'll hand back to Jennifer, and if there's any other questions, I'd love to answer them.
So thank you, Sunaina. That's brilliant. It was really exciting actually for me to listen to your story, because I don't think I knew the ins and outs. Now, I'm happy for people to they can raise their hand and speak and have a question, or they can put it in the chat. While everyone's having a think about the questions, I guess I will ask one to kick off. So how do you see media transforming with AI?
So media is already transforming with AI. So currently Google has enabled Bard, which allows you to automatically create Google copy. Social media is changing with AI, where before you needed content creators and people who would come up with the copy and write it and physical humans. Now ChatGPT, you could tell ChatGPT, hey, give me a post of 30 words for a LinkedIn post. I asked them for a LinkedIn post actually, and to write me a letter as well. And so that's changing the way in which content's created. So for you content creators or you copywriters or journalists, it's really important that you start using and thinking about AI and how that's going to impact you. Mid-journey, where you can actually use creative and images, and it makes you, so you can say, hey, I want Beyonce and I don't know, Beyonce and Reese's, right? And it'll create an image. Yeah, Beyonce and Katy Perry. So my daughter's in the background here and she's giving me loads of great ideas. Beyonce and Katy Perry, and it'll create a image which then you can use. So it's already changing our industry, and the industry is talking a lot about artificial intelligence and what that means. Some of you may know a couple of weeks ago, Rishi Sunak was with Elon Musk at Bletchley Park talking about artificial intelligence, and it has so much opportunity with robotics and replacing potentially human jobs and human roles, but also it can be, to some degree, they're saying, Elon Musk said, it could be really, really dangerous too. And China has the race to AI, so they're creating human robots who will replace our day-to-day jobs. So you could have a robot who can do the washing up and the cleaning and do all those things. So AI is transforming. We don't know fully what it means, but there are lots of Microsoft, who owns ChatGPT, is obviously using AI in their software, and a lot of you will probably be using AI without realizing it, so to help you with answers or to help you with questions.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Sunaina. We've